As you may know, I work hard to make learning C# easier. One of the ways I've done that is through building a massive course called the Foundation in C#. It's the go-to course to learn C#, to fill the gaps in your education, and to get prepared for the real world. With over 54 hours of in-depth training with a rock-solid learning path, it has changed the lives of hundreds of developers. But I wanted more. I wanted to provide more content, more training, and more guidance on how to be a world-class developer. I listened to the feedback of those who took the course, and I started working on ways to make it even better. With the launch of .NET 6, I saw this as the perfect time to make some changes, and so I created the C# Mastercourse. Now, at its core, this is the foundation in C#, but it's much more than that. It's the complete package. If a normal course is like a single college class, then the C# Mastercourse is like a full degree program designed to turn you into a professional C# developer. It's for people who want to learn C# for the first time. It will start you off with installing Visual Studio 2022 and the options you need. It's going to take you all the way through to full-on developer from there. It's also for the person who wants to fill in the gaps in their C# knowledge. Maybe you have a decent C# knowledge, but you know you're missing some spots and you're not even sure necessarily where they all are. This course will fill in those gaps. It's also for the person who wants to go deeper in their knowledge of C#. Maybe you've touched on the surface of things, but you don't quite know how everything fits together. Or maybe you haven't really delved deeply into advanced object-oriented programming or other topics. This is the place to get that knowledge. And finally, it's for people who want to round out their education of C#. Maybe you've always worked on the desktop, but you want to learn the web. Or maybe you've been on the web, but you kind of want to learn how to talk to a database. This is the course for you. Now, I started by totally redoing the opening section of Foundation in C# to work with .NET 6 in Visual Studio 2022. Because of the major differences from previous versions of .NET, I also walk you through the differences and show you how they work compared to .NET 5 and before. But beyond those changes, this course also covers, there's a lot here, so we're just going to go through it quickly. I'll touch on a few of these things. We cover object-oriented programming, including inheritance, interfaces, and more. I teach you how to debug really well. We talk about data access, both from the relational database side, such as SQL, SQLite, MySQL, as well as the NoSQL side, such as Cosmos DB and MongoDB. We talk about entity framework. We talk about extension methods and abstract classes and modifiers. And we cover most of the major product types, including unit testing. And beyond that, we also create 2 full, complete applications based upon our testing. We cover a lot in this course, and this only scratches the surface of what we cover in over 200 lessons. Now, after taking this course, you should have a junior to mid-level ability in C#. And I'm saying junior to mid-level only because it's based upon how much effort you put into it. If you actually follow the practice projects, do the homework, if you actually learn what I give you and practice it well, you will have a rock solid knowledge of C#. But if you slack off, you're not going to get as much out of this. You have to actually follow along. But if you do, you're going to be prepared for the real world. You'll know how to use C# not just in theory, but in practice, in the way your employer or you are going to need in order to get the job done. You're also going to be confident creating applications in C#. Too often I hear about developers who, they say they know C#, but they don't know how to build an application. You're going to be confident in how to build an application because you will have done it over and over and over again. You'll be prepared to get a job as a C# developer. If you want a job in C# development, this course is going to get you ready to do that. And you'll understand how to learn and grow beyond where you're at in C#. It's important to not just have to be led through training, but learn how to learn on your own and grow beyond just what you see in a tutorial. And that's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to go beyond even this course to expand your C# knowledge in a way that will be effective and efficient. And you're going to be prepared to be a well-rounded, confident C# developer. And that confidence is really important. You want to know that you know what you're talking about. And after this course, you're going to know that. But I wasn't done yet, even after creating all this content for the C# Mastercourse. And that's why I put some additional content here. I wanted to put materials around the C# Mastercourse that would increase your range as a developer and improve your learning experience. So I included the C# Legacy Training course. This course is based upon some of the older content that was removed from the foundation in C# because it's still relevant to modern development, since it covers the .NET framework and how to build C# applications for legacy development. And that's what most businesses have today, is they have some form of legacy development. So this new bonus course will contain all the content that has been replaced with newer content in the C# Mastercourse. That means you're not going to lose access to past training. Plus, you're going to have a high quality reference whenever you need to work with legacy C# applications. But I still wasn't done. I'm in the process of creating another exclusive bonus course called the .NET Versions course with all new content. This course will cover the history of .NET, what versions of .NET are still supported, what content has been added in .NET Core and beyond that was not part of the .NET framework, the major differences in every product type or the various versions, which product types have been discontinued, and then advice on choosing the right version, upgrading through the versions, and working with legacy applications. Think of this as your guide for working with projects of all types in the real world. This bonus course is going to launch soon after the master course is released and will be included for free as part of this course. But I still wasn't done. Starting in January 1st of 2022, we'll be launching an exclusive bonus coaching course alongside the C# Mastercourse called the Year of Coding. I want to see more students succeed. The Year of Coding provides weekly, monthly, and quarterly encouragements to help you hit your coding goals as you work through the C# Mastercourse. Think of it like having a personal coding coach to help you stay motivated and on track. Each week, you'll get a new assignment. It'll walk you through a C# Mastercourse step by step, taking you through what to learn, what to focus on, and what you're learning and how it applies to the real world. You'll hear real stories of the mistakes I made, the discoveries that changed my career, and more. You'll also be given regular additional challenges to complete based upon what you learned. Then, you will see how I would complete those challenges. I'll talk you through the quarterly reviews of your progress, encourage you along the way, and help you prepare to launch out of 2022 at a whole new level as a C# developer. Now, here's a summary of what all the C# Mastercourse is going to have, because there's a lot of stuff here. First off, it's going to have that new updated content through .NET 6 and really beyond. Right now, it has over 20% more video content in just the main course, and it's going to have even more going forward. It's going to have the Legacy C# Training bonus course, the .NET Versions bonus course, the Year of Coding bonus coaching course, and that's just a ton of content. Now, I could have easily set the price at $1,000 and justify it. The training is more complete and real-world ready than a college degree. Just ask all the people who got jobs because of this course. Most software development jobs would pay that off in a week. The problem is that I still want to make it accessible to as many people as possible. And so I'm going to cut that in half. The C# Mastercourse will be priced at $497, plus VAT where applicable. That will include everything you see here. You can get this course at C#Mastercourse.com. The link is in the description. Now, this course isn't for everyone. If you aren't committed to becoming a C# developer, then this isn't the right path for you. But if you are, and if you're able to make this type of investment in your future, I highly recommend you do so. Take the opportunity to change the course of your career. You won't regret it. And the greatest thing is you'll be helping the rest of the community with your purchase.